guys, thanks for checking back in. Just a quick one today. We've come down to a little spot called Urunga, which is about 20 odd minutes south of Coffs Harbour, 20-25 minutes. It's a nice little spot. We actually used to live down here, so I thought I'd show off a little bit of my old stomping ground and a couple of little local spots. It's a good spot, Urunga, because you've got heaps of beach on one side, like, you know, heaps of k's of beach that you can, kids carrying on, heaps of k's of beach that you can drive up and down on one side, and then you go west and you've got Bello, Promised Lands, heaps of bushfall driving and camping in there, and then you can go straight up to Dorrigo as well. So it's a good spot. So yeah, we're going to drop down into Hungry Head, go for a cruise along the beach, set up, have a bit of a swim and a play, cook up some lunch, and yeah, we'll show it off for you. So you come down in towards Hungry Head, and probably a couple of k's out from the entrance to the beach, you hit dirt road. You come down and cross a rail crossing. It's usually pretty well kept, relatively well graded, nothing crazy. We used to take the, I've taken a couple of times down here, Subaru Forester that we used to own, so there's definitely no hectic four-wheel driving or anything. And usually the beach is even pretty good, but I think you're probably better off with a four-wheel drive on the beach, or at least a reasonable all-wheel drive. But yeah.
Oh wow!
Big muddy puddle. What is it? Big muddy puddle. It's a big muddy puddle.
I take back what I said. If it's rained recently, you probably do want a four-wheel drive. I don't think I'd be taking the Subaru Forester through these. They're probably a couple of foot deep. So yeah, if it's rained recently, don't bring your soft roader down here. So yeah, you drop down, as you saw, you drop down on the onto the beach, and then it's most of the time high tide will be a little bit iffy, but the rest of the time it's about mid-tide now, and it's like a highway. It's beautiful. So you get sort of halfway up the beach towards Valor, and there's Oyster Creek, which is a really good like swimming area for the kids. If the surf is too rough, you can pull up next to it. Usually you can find a spot out of the wind. I'm not sure if it's going to be open and flowing. It probably should be, because we've had heaps and heaps of rain here lately, and this is one of the first nice days. It's supposed to be 24 degrees and mostly sunny today, so we're making the most of it. But yeah, it's a really nice spot up there. You pull up, pull the awning out, and that's it for the day. You're just all sorted. So we'll see what it's like a bit further on. So this has all been cleared out by the sheer amount of water that's been running through here. This must have been like a full open river mouth at some point with all this rain. And yeah, like that, like this wall's got to be 3.5 meters tall. But basically you used to be able to drive around here, this corner here, you'd be a bit further out and you'd come around, the creek mouth was sort of further over that way. And you come around and there's a good camp spot. You can probably get over it from the back still.
Daddy, wait!
Come on, boys.
We're tackling the river.
Yeah, we'll go and have a look at the old camp spot.
What?
We'll go have a look at the old camp spot.
The old camp spot?
How are you? Yeah. Yeah, so you used to be able to drive around here and park up in there. Somebody's up there. I've spent a couple of nights camping up there, down around the banks here. It's a really, really good spot. You alright? Yeah. You get kayaks and stuff out on here at high tide. And the creek and river sort of go down there and all the way up here to Urunga. But it's probably beautiful at the moment. It's nice and clear because it's been running tidal. It's not all stagnant and tannin stained. It's quite good at the moment, so yeah, it's a really good little spot to be. Definitely a hidden treasure if you're in the area in Coffs Harbour and you got a 4-wheel drive. Get onto it. Urunga's the place to be. There's just, like I said earlier, there's just kilometres and kilometres of beach that you can 4-wheel drive up and down on. You're not really supposed to camp on the beaches here, but as long as you clean up and don't be a dickhead, then you'll be sweet. You know, stick to the old no dickheads policy and you'll be all aces. Look at that though. Like, if it wasn't salt water, you'd almost think that this is part of one of the rivers at Cape York. And it's right at our doorstep here, just south of Coffs Harbour. Just too good. So this southern end of the creek isn't actually directly connected to the exit over there, or the beach end of the creek, and it's coming through, running down this, and on each side of this you got this drop off and there's this pool here and here, and it's spot on. You've got shallows, you've got deep sections. It's a perfect bloody pool here, and we've got it all to ourselves. It's crazy. There's an older couple over there who are you know, just been having a swim and hanging out. There's a couple over there who look like to be a set up camping maybe, and that's it. It's us. It's just so good. And yeah, you've got what you've got is about another 5 minutes, if that, down the beach this way. Yeah, you can exit off the beach. You've got to get a permit from there's a sign just over there, you can't see it, but on the edge of the creek there's a sign, and basically you need a permit from council to drive on the beach any further south towards Valor. Everything going up this way to Coffs is okay, and you don't need a permit. So yeah, you can drive south, go into Valor. There's some beautiful little cafes, Headland Cafe, and bits and pieces there, and or just up the road you've got Urunga, which has like probably one of the best butchers that I've ever been to. If you ever go there, get one of their bacon chops. They take like pork chops with the rib on, or rib sections, and they smoke them like bacon, and they're one of the best things I've ever had. Insane. And they're pork, bacon, cheese and jalapeno sausages, they're the goods. So head there. The Ocean View Hotel in Urunga is absolutely ripper too for a coldie, and I've never had a bad meal there. And yeah, it's just a bloody good spot. So yeah, loving it. It's these sort of days really sort of get me going. This is what I'm all about. You know, you look at just perfect blue skies, the beach is fairly calm. I'm wishing I brought my fishing gear because there's some ripping gutters along there, but anyway, that's all good. I'll save that for next time. And yeah, like Zoe's over there just hanging out reading a book, and we've got all of this to ourselves just to chill out, swim, recharge the batteries. I tell you, it just doesn't get much better than this. Run around it, 3, 2, 1, go!
I need that again!
Oh.
I need that again! Daddy, I'm gonna do that again.
Oh. That is perfect. Oh.
That was a good video, Dad.
Sorry?
That was a good video.
Good filming, buddy. Oh, ever the helper. Oh, he's getting right into it. We've got him his own little camera, and I think we'll be getting him his own GoPro soon. What do you reckon?
Really
You start
good.
doing your own videos or something soon?
Yeah.
As you just saw, guys, that's pretty much the setup for a quick day, or you know, even camping really. So what we've got is I've got the so what I've got is I've got the bushwhacker awning up there. I've got it's on the Almac boat rack. I've got the where are we? Cruiser Custom Camp swing out table here. I've got the Beast Tourers set up in the back. Just last night put the Raslar rear bar on, and I mean it's a little bit breezy today and I'd probably be okay, but I just use, I think they're from 4-wheel drive Supercenter or something like that. Just these screw-in pegs, use a 19mm impact driver and send it down there, and like that's not going anywhere. So yeah, it's a real quick and easy setup. I love the bushwhacker awning. This is the 270 Extreme Darkness, so I've got LED lights built in with switches, and I'm going to put in a little power panel there so I can just plug in and have everything nice and easy on the go. But it's not too bad. We've got the creek running out there, we've got the beach just over there, beautiful day. I'll set up and I'll cook up lunch on there. I've got the fridge in the back, and yeah, what I'll do is I'll do a bit more of a detailed rundown on the 200 at some point. Probably might do that in the next few weeks or something, now that it's basically done. I've got a video that I'm putting together for some guys that do remote tuning. They send out remote tune boxes, more called custom car coding. Really good guys. So I'm doing a video showing sort of how their setup works. So I'll pop that up. They do really good stuff for Rangers. They're getting into Jeeps, Landcruisers and bits and pieces. So yeah, it's a good quick setup, and it just works really well for us to be able to pull up, and within 5 minutes you're all set up, and you know, you could just roll a swag out onto that and you're done. So yeah, righto, so it's about lunchtime, and I thought it'd be a good opportunity to sort of run through our basic setup. So I've got fridge, I've got a cutlery shelf, little wooden table there, storage in both of these, storage in both of the wings. I've got a K-on shelf where we keep sort of soft gear, and a cargo barrier there. But let's see if this holds and works. I'll show you, yeah, just
real basic. Some of the little bits and pieces that I use, super lightweight. It's not, you know, you're not going to cook anything gourmet on it. I'm no Harry from Fire to Fork cooking up on a fire. I thought about having a fire today, but honestly I can't be asked. So yeah, this is basically the setup that I use. So yeah, what I've got is one of these little 360 stoves. One. Got that, and this is an. Sorry about that, just had to delete some items off the SD card, filled it up. Anyway, so, little companion pro fuel, and I keep a little just big lighter in there. You open these legs out like so, they clip in. Like so, and that gives it a good stable base to sit on. And then pop that open. In here there's just a little 360 cooker. I got this one from Anaconda. I think BCF sells them as well. They're cheap and cheerful, and they do the trick just fine. Once you got that screwed on, you grab out, let's see, grab out the pan, pop that away. Now, I've got. It's always good when you pack stuff and you're trying to look organised for the camera and then you just can't find where you put shit. There it is. Just spray oil. That's knife. Then hopefully we're protected enough from the wind that I can let rip with this. Don't need it too hot, but this thing can absolutely rip. There's spray oil in there. Go with the snacks. Gonna give it the obligatory tick tick. I'd love to tell you I'm some mad fisherman or so. I love fishing, but I am a shit fisher, so you're probably going to see lots of me catching bugger all in a lot of the videos moving forward as we travel around the country. But yeah, hopefully I get to use this setup a bit. The sausages are good, but you know, it'd be nice to put on some of our own caught, you know, fish or lobbies or anything like that as we go. But I mean, look, you can't complain too much when that's your view from the kitchen. Bloody good. And just like that, some ready for the kids. Just some bread rolls, we're just doing the old hot dog. Got a few more that I'll cook in there, but what I do have is a bit of onion. So we'll dump that in. There you are, sitting around on me. And off we go. The kids' snags are cooling down a bit. And I've got our onions on the go with a couple more snags, and yeah, nice and easy lunch. Can't complain with that. Alright buddy, go! Woohoo!
Can you video me?
Yeah dude.
Should I swim down that one?
Oh, that might be a bit, how's it going dude?
Yeah, that's...
Always jump onto this big pile of soft sand, okay?
Yeah. Otherwise you will break a bone.
The carry on. Oh, nice.
Hey, yoink.
And just like that, we've packed up, and yeah, we're on the way home. So it's it took maybe 5 minutes to pack up, including everybody jumping in the water one last time, de-sanding, and getting dry, and then getting dressed and jump in. Got a 20-odd minute drive back home, and yeah, we'll be set. Not a bad way to spend the day. So ended up taking up 6 odd hours. We just hung out, time got away, and it was great. So, and you can see what do you reckon? We trick mum?
Yeah.
Alright, let's see if we can get her. No,
This old classic. That old chestnut.
It was there already.
Oh, was it?
Zoe, Mum, we tricked him.
You did.
So yeah, I